And that was Dr. Emmanuel Abayomi talking about how to cope with rejection. And I held on to something there. He said, definitely in life, there are still times that rejection will come.
No, rejection is part of life.
It's part of it,
whether you like it or not.
So now it depends on how you cope with it. Sometimes I see rejection the same way I see failure. And I treat it the same way. Sometimes I just go again. You know, that's that phrase. We go again. We go harder.
Here we go again.
We go again. We go harder. Maybe not for love when it comes to love, and because I'm definitely going to come back to
love. Because you face rejection in any sphere of life.
Because it is Valentine's week, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh my God.
I can't.
That's good. Valentine's week.
Exactly. I can't stop thinking about it, really. Okay, now let's take the newspaper review.
Yeah.
We have the Tribune newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, and Vanguard newspapers for this morning. And let me start with the Nigerian Tribune. The Electoral Act, that's what they're discussing here. And then Senate to hold emergency sitting, and LC threatens mass action. Nigerian Tribune, please. And then with that headline, we have several headlines. With the first, Hakpabio conference committee members, others, come under pressure. And we won't take anything less than the real-time transmission, and that is coming from Abaribe. And then human rights lawyers, HSDP, others condemn Senate. Can urges Tinubu to establish military base in Agora local government in Niger State. Insecurity. Tinubu receives commander of the U.S. Africa Command. Atiku demands privatization of refinery, and it says the politics must never substitute for sound and transformative policy. Now let's move on to the federal government as they reopen the Samia border corridor in Kebbi State. NDLEA arrests a China-bound auto parts dealer for ingesting 95 cocaine wraps. 95. I think people should prioritize their health. And then now let's talk about the police as they seize a large consignment of illicit drugs in Ibadan. The rate at which illicit drugs circulate is quite alarming these days. Police confirm death of blogger, 3 others inside the Lagos music studio. I saw that. And then on health, we have the sleeping without pillow may help lower high internal eye pressure. Really? I'm not sure I can actually sleep without pillow. I'll try. I'll try doing that from now on. Now let's take the last one. IPOP cancels Monday sit at home. Interesting one there. Interesting headlines from the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, and of course, away from the Nigerian Tribune to the Guardian newspaper for today, TBLC over 400% demand spike as manufacturer face credit squeeze. Pope mourns victims of attack in Nigeria, urges government to protect citizens. BOI secures CBN's approval for non-interest banking. SAN rank under scrutiny as AGF CGN warns against abuse of influence. IPOP cannot cancel Monday sit-at-home order. Outcry grows over e-transmission ahead of Senate emergence. For these and many more, get a copy of the Guardian newspaper.
And now let's quickly move into the Vanguard newspaper, and we have this one concerning the 2027 polls, how 3,000 senators blocked real-time results transmission with riders. Senate bows to pressure to hold emergency sitting tomorrow instead of February 24. And an NBA worries over delay in Electoral Act amendment. Says judicial interpretation key to credible polls. And then lastly, no mandatory e-transmission of results, no election. And that's coming from NLC. Federal government oil production data casts doubt over 2 MCPD 2026 targets. Police arrest suspects over death of gospel singer and 3 others in Aja Musical Studio. Kano orders cancellation of Monday's sit at home, and then that's all. That's what we can take really on the front page of the Gambia newspaper for this morning.
Yeah, that's about all we have for today, all the headlines of newspapers. And of course, we will now open our line. The number to call is 0803-044-2929. Call us on our hotline, and of course, you can tell us about any of the any of the headlines that interest you. Let's talk about that. Now, Lara, talking about Kano, which I know is behind the bars for now, giving orders from the prison to cancel the sit-at-home Monday order. Though I want to believe he actually gave that order while he was there too, but now he's cancelling it. Why?
I think just Kanu can answer that question, please. Just Kanu. That question should be directed at Kanu. Unfortunately, he's here in Bar, so
here in Nigeria that you see things happening somehow.
What do you mean? How do you mean somehow?
Okay, good. You'll see somebody in the prison making phone calls to people outside there.
And I'll show how that happens only in Nigeria. The fact that we see it happen here does not mean that it doesn't happen in other parts of the country.
I've not heard of it in the other country, in the other part of the world. But Nigeria, I've seen somewhere whereby you will see somebody behind the bars and you'll be tweeting. You see the person on Facebook posting and doing all sorts of.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the one tweeting. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one sending the post. It could be a handler. Even people that are not behind bars have handlers. They have social media handlers, personal assistants that do their posts, that actually have the responsibility of carrying out their social media obligations. So you don't necessarily have to.
How about the direct calls?
I don't know about that. I can't say much.
Could be cloned.
I can't say much about that really. And but about the
the fact is, it can be there doesn't mean you don't have access to it.
I mean, if we can see, someone's demands being, posted on that particular person's social media handle, definitely
done by
a handler. So I mean, how much was someone behind bars really? So yeah, you can